Just give it a quick wave, Jason. Go ahead, big girl. Okay, I'm gonna go ring the bell.
Call the ice crew out.
How you doing, Ryan?
Okay, cool.
Wow. 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 All right, guys.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Triangle Curling Club. We are in day 3 of our 2025 Club Spiel. My name is Zakai Siegel, and I'm going to be bringing you some commentary on these matches that are going on right now in gorgeous Durham, North Carolina on an absolutely beautiful day. The Triangle Curling Club is a 100% volunteer-run organization, and this particular event is just a chance for all curlers from all over the Triangle to show their skills and celebrate this wonderful organization that we have. We have 4 games going on and all of them are being captured on the Triangle Curling YouTube channel. There are 3 streams going on. One shows a wide shot showing all 4 matches, and then we have 2 streams, one showing sheets A, B in more detail, and the other one showing sheets C and D in more detail. Now, there's only one of me and 4 games, so I am going to only be covering one of them right here. And for this 1 p.m. draw, I'm going to be focusing on sheet B between Team Best and Team Palmeri. Now, one of the things I want to highlight about these 2 particular matches on A and B is that we have quite a large number of our junior curlers in these matches. Some really strong potential from the next generation of curlers, and they are playing in these matches here today, right now. So let's dive in to this match already in progress. Team Best in red, Team Palmeri in yellow. We are in the middle of end number 1. Team Palmeri looking to dislodge that red rock. Will keep it in the house, but push it all the way to the back corner of the 12-foot. Second, Derek Corbett in the hack for Team Best. Looking to draw behind that yellow guard. Looking a little bit wide, has a curl a long way to go if it's going to settle. Looks a little bit heavy, going to get swept right out the back.
Let's draw.
Brian Parham playing second for Team Palmeri. Looking to do a similar draw. Come down the right side, tuck in behind the yellow guard. Sweepers are on this one early. They want to make sure they straighten out that line to get around the guard. They're digging deep. They got to keep going. They are past the yellow, but will it be enough to get all the way into the house? Not quite enough. Great effort from those sweepers. They got it past the guard. It just didn't have quite enough oomph to make it into the house. Red still sitting 1 with that biter in the back. Still plenty of room to draw around both yellow guards. Just need a little bit more ice to do it. A little bit lighter here from Derek. It will get past the guards with plenty to spare, but it needs to slow down. And it will, resting comfortably on the tee line. Not getting under cover, though. About a stone too wide. And is going to be exposed.
Jason.
Yellow taking advantage of that exposed red, going for the hit. And they will get a nice little crack. Rolling the red out. The yellow will remain. And because the only other stone in the house was that red biter, yellow now has shot position, but with no coverage. Vice skip Trevor Gow wants to get rid of that yellow. He's going to get the hit, but a bit on the outside. Will it stay in? Just barely. Another red biter. Red sitting too, but only if the house has nothing else in it. Tom Stanley, vice skip for Team Palmeri, wants to get this draw behind the guards. Both teams have been trying to get this protected draw. Let's see if Tom can make it happen. Sweepers are going hard. They want to carry this all the way around the guards. It's coming in, but I don't think it's going to have enough. Well, I stand corrected. Looks like it is. Able to get into the house, able to well, it's not hard to outcount those biters, but only gets a little bit of coverage. Still about 75% of this stone exposed. Ryan Best wastes no time in setting down that broom for the hit.
Gotta go! Hard, Derek, hard!
Derek's sweeping hard to hold this line. Doesn't want to hit off the guards, but that stone is curling in. Gonna hit on the second guard and push that yellow into the house. Just looked a bit light out of Trevor's hand, and as a result, over curled and hit the guard instead of the shot yellow. Yellow now sitting two. Critically, two exposed stones. But Team Best does have hammer advantage in end number one. But before then, we have skip Mark Palmeri to deliver his first stone of the game. They can comfortably draw around their own stones. They could comfortably raise that right hand yellow. Looks like they're able to get the raise. Very nicely done. A delicate shot. Maintains protection for the now shot yellow, which is biting the forefoot. No possible way for yellow to defend both of their shot stones. So while the right side is covered, the left is still open. Ryan Best ready to take his first shot of the game. Wants to make contact with this open yellow and hopefully roll all the way to the center line. Could get undercover and be in shot position.
Yes. Hard straight. Oh, Trevor. Derek.
Stone's coming down. It's going to get the hit. It's going to get the roll. A beautiful, beautiful Stone. Gets the hit, rolls all the way across center, under cover, and into shot position. Picture perfect from Ryan Best.
Yeah.
Mark Palmeri coming back for his final stone of end number 1. There is quite a bit of separation between the guard and the shot red. Looks like they want to take advantage of that. Come around the guard very tight with enough energy to knock that red off its platform. A difficult shot. It's got to sneak by the guard. It sneaks by the guard. It is curling, and it gets the hit on the red. Very, very nice.
I know. That's part of our stride.
Knocks that red into the back 12. Yellow now sitting 1-2.
Yeah, I was saying, wait, your grip hasn't come on my face yet.
Hammerstone for end number 1. Ryan Best looking for the draw here. Just wants to draw for 1, prevent that steal of 2. Just needs to get as much of the forefoot as possible. He had an excellent hit in his first stone. Let's see if he can get an excellent draw for his second.
Just go for it.
Sweepers are on this one. They want to make sure they get it all the way there. They need a big bite of the forefoot. It's slowing down. Can the Sweepers hold on to it? And it is not there. Not going to be shot, but also not going to outcount the second yellow. Lucky break for Team Palmeri in this opening end. Able to take a 2-0 lead. Lead Jason Kress in the hack. Looking to put up a center guard to start off end number 2.
I think bring it in if you can. Yeah, bring it in.
This stone still needs to curl quite a bit if it's going to come center. Looks like it's going to hang out, be a little bit deep. Gonna come all the way, touching the edge of the button.
I know.
You know, in curling, if you, the first Delivered stones, as long as they are guards, cannot be removed from play, but if you enter the house, you are fair game. Team best calling for the hit. And gonna hit it nice and clean. And now we're in a situation where a bit of a hit for hit. Each team vying for control of the house now that there are stones available to be removed.
Right.
Lead Owen Best looking for the hit. He's going to get it, but a bit on the outside. Will the shooter stick around? It will not.
Great feed, Brian. There are no guns. These are no guns. It's my heaviness. Call the vet. Those pythons are sick. Hard and sweet, just like. I'm a little tight. Ryan's still defeated. Now line.
I'm good.
That's fine. No,
How much?
oh, that's fine.
Open house. Team best looking to put one off to the side. Palmeri calling for the hit. Brian Parham in the hack. Looking to hit this one clean and stick around. Jason Kress sweeping hard, wants to make sure this shooter sticks around, but instead they're both going to peel away. Brian Best tired of this hit-for-hit game that they're stuck in, calls for the corner guard. From second, Derek Corbett. Sweeper's got to go if they want to get this into play, and it is. And there we go, they get the corner guard. Hopes to build something off of that stone, but Palmeri does not want a single red stone in play. They have the score advantage if they can manage to remove all red rocks. They could potentially hold team best to just one, or potentially blanking the end. There is the hit, and there is the peel. Once again, we are left with a open house.
No fighters. All right, we're guarding.
Normal?
One more chance at the corner guard. Again, team best looking to set up a guard, something that they can use to hide behind and start building some protected advantage in the house. A very nice guard. But Mark Palmeri calling for another hit. Wants the hit and roll, though. Wants that shooter to stick around on the opposite side of the house.
Brian! Hard. Hard. Take the roll. Take the roll. Take the roll.
Hits it nice and clean. And the corner guard remains.
Yeah, either one.
How will Team Best take advantage of finally having that guard set up?
Come this way. We haven't been out there. Come this way.
Vice Trevor Gow setting up for his first stone of the end. Looking to draw behind the yellow guard. Sweepers are digging deep on this one. It's quite light. Not going to get all the way behind, but they are going to get it in play.
Top four.
Center guard and a corner guard. It's just instead of those being set up by the leads, they're being set up by the seconds on the vice. Team Palmeri looking for the draw behind. They are going to get past the guard. And there it is, going to tuck nicely into the house. Well undercover behind the guards. Almost full 8 foot. Needing to open up the house and expose the shot yellow. Ryan Best calling for the removal of his own stone. Could potentially get a run back here. Stone is hanging out a little bit wide. There's the hit. And the ricochet going to hit both yellows and then roll itself out of the house. Very nice result from Trevor Gow, removing the yellows from contention. Skip Mark Palmeri to deliver his first stone of end number 2. And with that red center guard remaining, he just wants to curl around it and take a defensive position in the house. Still a lot of curl left to go. Sweepers are going. They got to carry it all the way to the house. Not going to get there. The line was nice, just a bit too light. Did not get into the house. Opportunity here for Team Best to get the draw. They're going to come down the right side and just want to settle behind both of those guards.
Hard, you got it.
Best if they could get a right to the 4 foot, top of the 4 foot. Skip Ryan Best in the hack. Let's see if he can nail this draw. Line is good. Sweepers are going hard. They're going to get a piece of the house, but will it get under cover? Fantastic sweeping from Team Best, bringing that stone all the way in, and it is buried deep. Mark Palmeri lining up. He wants the hit. There's enough separation between the shot rock and the guards. He wants to get a piece of that stone. He has to come pretty hot. But if he can skim that guard, he can make it happen. Sweepers going hard. They got to keep this stone away from the guard. It can't overcurl. It's going to be close. It skims by and gets the hit. A very beautiful hit from skip Mark Palmeri, taking control of the house. However, the hammer belongs to Ryan Best. And this stone is even less covered than the previous one. He's looking for a clean nose hit to pick up 1 point and get on the scoreboard. Here comes the stone. They're sweeping it over. It needs to curl. It needs to curl if it's going to hit this yellow. Ooh, does not move enough.
That's okay.
And Palmeri will get the steal of one in the second end, getting their lead up to 3-0 as we move into end number 3.
Yep. Going this way. Yep.
It's okay.
Yep. So that one grabs some switch.
Lead Jason Kress to deliver the first stone. Looking for a center guard.
Tom's rock. 3. Whoa.
Rolling center and just a little heavy. Going to bite into the house.
I should like the corner better, but I'm okay with either. 2.
That stone is available to be removed, but Team Best opting to ignore it and set up their corner guard instead.
Lot of room.
Sweepers like the weight on this one. They're staying far away from it. Just going to let this one settle. Very nice guard from Owen Best.
Back, right on the nose. T-wing.
Jason Kress looking to draw in, wants to hit that port between the stones, tuck in behind the yellow.
Whoa! Right.
And it's gonna get through the middle, but a little bit hot. And it's not gonna stick around. Hit the port, but with a little too much speed.
I like it. Control? Yep. Okay. You got it.
Second rock from lead Owen Best. Taking the opportunity now to remove that yellow rock, which is in the house. They want to hit it clean and take position, controlling the front of the house. This stone is light and it is going to over curl, and it's not going to make contact.
Whatever you want.
This is top 8.
Let's draw.
Let's draw.
Okay.
Second for Team Palmeri, Brian Parham in the hack. Looking to draw down the left side. Stay away from potential contact with that red guard. And tuck in to shot position behind the yellow.
We'll switch.
Looks like it's going to make contact with it. They might get the raise instead. A little bit. A little bit of a raise. Unclear if that's biting or not in the front. Regardless, that center yellow is shot and exposed. Derek Corbett looking for the hit. Trevor Gauss sweeping on this hard, wants to hold that line. It's looking good, gets it clean, and gets a nice roll behind the red guard. A very nice result with the hit and the protection in shot position. Team Palmeri calling for a big hit. Wants to try and get rid of both reds in one go. Let's see if Brian Parham can bring enough heat to make it happen.
Jason!
It's coming in, it's going to make that contact. Both reds are hit, but only the back red getting dislodged. Still a good result. Leaves the red biter out front.
I like this. I like either. I don't really care. I'm not over that.
But does remove that buried red from the field.
It doesn't really matter, though.
I'm like limited.
The top 8. Oh, wait. This is short, right?
Ryan Best calling for the draw. Wants to slide through that port between the yellows. And take a defended position. Stone is looking good. It needs to curl if it's going to be protected, though. That little bit of ricochet is going to help it. And not a bad result. Not undercover. It is in shot position.
Actually, I like this.
Nudges the yellow, just outpacing the red biter. And being fully exposed, Team Palmeri is going to go for the hit. Vice Tom Stanley to deliver. And there's the hit and a little roll. Not very much coverage, but removing the red rock was the intention. And that has been achieved. Yellow now sitting 1-2.
Normal for the double?
Yeah.
How much do I hit?
Yeah, go for him, it's pretty thick.
Discussion between Skip and Vice on Team Best. They are looking for the double. Want to hit that front yellow on the inside and then a roll over and hit the shot yellow. Ew, and it hits the yellow just too shallow. Not enough to redirect or to remove that yellow rock. A risky call. Not able to take advantage. Tom Stanley back in the hack. Looking to draw in so that yellow will be sitting 3. You know, plugging up this port in the middle would be very useful. Looks like that's what they're trying to do. They still want to be in the house, and they get it. Very nice result. Sitting 3 for yellow and fully covering the front of the house. There's no real way to draw around and comfortably get into shot position. Team Best has to make some space by bringing some heat. Trevor Gow didn't get the hit last time, and this time he does. With a big double hit. Opens the house wide open. Yellow still sitting 1, but just barely on the outside. Lots of space in the house to work with. Mark Palmeri coming down the sheet. Looking for a draw of his own. Based on the ice, I'm guessing he wants to tuck in behind the guards as opposed to plugging the middle.
Oh, wow. Yes, bring it. Oh.
Yes, sweet.
Draw either way. Sweepers on this one quick. They are not confident with the weight that Mark has put on it. Sweepers are going. They want to get as tight to the house as they can. They want to get it in. And they're going to end up with the guard. Not the intended result from Team Palmeri. They wanted another stone in the house. Option here for Team Best. They're playing the hit. and they want that roll. They want to hit that yellow on the inside and roll all the way across the center line behind the guards. In end number 1, we saw skip Ryan Best do something very similar to great success. Can he achieve a similar result here in end number 3? It's coming in. It's going to hit on the inside, but it's going to hit it without any roll. A clean hit, but it did not come over enough to hit on the inside and get the roll. Still removes that yellow rock from the house. Now there's only the red biter. Final yellow rock for the end. It looks like they just want to draw through that port and be in a protected position behind their yellows. Hard sweeps here. They're worried that it's going to crack on those guards. If it's light again, will it get by? No, a little bit of a hit. And those yellows all hanging out in front, covering the central path to the house. However, the house is wide open. Red has one biter in the front yellow, and this is their hammer rock. So what are their options? They could simply draw and touch the house at all for 2. But what they're looking at here is how can they tick off that red on the far left and roll it also into the house. If they tick it just on the outside, they can potentially nudge that into the house while the shooter rolls left. If they simply get the draw, they can still pick up 2. But they could potentially get 3 and tie this match. Here comes the hammer from Ryan Best. Ooh, sweepers are on that early. They want to make sure this gets all the way to the house. Trevor Gowd digging deep, wants to elevate that red. They get the hit, and they get the roll. And a fantastic result for Team Best, getting the roll and pushing 2 reds into the house. They are going to pick up 3 and tie the game with a fantastic stone from skip Ryan Best. That means going into end number 4, we are tied at 3. Lead Owen Best gets to start us off by putting up that center guard.
top 8, top 12.
Go, Brian.
Actually, you know what? Let's go over here. Give me a corner.
Okay. Back 4. Got back in. Got back in.
Center guard in place from Team Best, and now Team Palmeri looking for the corner. Little bit hot. Gonna roll in. And Ryan Best calling for the hit.
Come on.
For me, sometimes these wider hits are a bit trickier, but let's see if Owen can make this happen. Coming in nicely, gets the hit, gets the roll. It's actually going to roll over a little bit too far and be exposed over on the other side. An excellent hit, though, by lead Owen Best.
Same way.
Jason Kress looking to respond, hit for hit. This time wanting to hit on the inside and try and get that roll under cover. They're past the guard, but gonna hit it right on the nose, and no movement, right or left. This is gonna give Team Best a chance for the hit and roll. Just want to hit this a little bit on the inside and roll towards center. Second, Derek Corbett to deliver. Ooh, it's looking a little bit narrow. They got to get that around the guard. And they've done it now, trying to push it over for the roll. They get the hit, and just the slightest roll. Not enough to get under cover.
No, let's go control.
Interesting. Palmeri calling for the roll to the outside. Wants to leave the middle and roll to the outside, expecting that Team Best will leave that stone alone. And it could potentially be a scoring stone for them later in the end. Gonna get the hit, and they're gonna get the roll, but roll about a foot to the side.
Control, Skip. Try to give you 10-5 this time, okay? Yep. Kick your hair less.
Team Best looking again for the hit and roll to the inside.
You definitely want to hit that one in the pile to at least get the ball.
Whoa! Owen!
Stone's coming in, gonna get a piece of the inside, but not much. Again, we've really been going nose for nose, slowly walking these stones further and further out towards the front of the house.
Jason! Well, Queen!
There's the next hit. Gonna get the inside and roll center. Very nice result. Mostly undercover, but there is a piece of that stone sticking out on the left. Excuse me, on the right side. The red vice delivering the stone has to sneak past the guard. Will it curl enough to get the yellow? It's looking very good. There's the hit. And a hard sweep from the skip to carry that yellow out of the house.
Nose crossover, just a hair.
Once again, we're in a hit and roll situation, trying to get coverage under that guard. Has not been easy for either team. Going to get the roll to the outside instead. Will it hang on? Yes. Going to hang on, a little bit hard to see from the screen here, but it is biting way on the side of the 12-foot. And Best is calling for the hit. He does not want to leave any yellow rocks in play to allow them to pick up multiple points in this end. And there's a nice clean hit. And red retakes shot position. Mark Palmeri calling for, you guessed it, another takeout.
All the way, yes. Oh, that's yes. Right to the broom. Right to
Tom Stanley looking for a clean hit. There it is, and a little bit of roll back towards center. Hit for hit for hit for hit in end number 4. Ryan Best sliding over to the hack, because it is now his turn to get the hit and roll. Team Palmeri with hammer this end. And Team Best just looking to ensure that they do not have stones in play to pick up more than one. Trevor Gao sweeping hard, gonna get the hit, and rolling inside to the 8-foot. And again, looking for that hit, looking for that roll. Stones quickly dwindling in end number 4. If Palmeri is going to pick up 2 using the hammer advantage, they have to get this hit and roll. They have to get this rock into a protected position behind the guard. Here it comes. Looking a bit wide. Only going to catch the edge of that red rock in an end of hit after hit after hit. Finally, we see a break in the action, and we see that red rock remaining. Decision time for Team Best. They can either play to guard their shot rock. They could play a guard that's in the house, which is what they're indicating right now in the top 12. They could also draw behind the guard, have a guarded rock in that position. Looks like they are opting for the in-house guard. So this is going to be in the 8-foot. They want it to mostly cover the shot red, such that a hit on the shot red would be way on the outside and the shooter would not stick around. But a hit on the stone that they're going to play here, the quote in-house guard, I'm calling it, would not result in a yellow rock being in shot position. Delicate positioning here. There's lots of places the stone can be to be beneficial. But if Ryan Best can get the weight on this stone just right, could make things very difficult for the Palmeri hammer. Heavy sweeping early, but now they're off. They like where it's going. It is going to roll into the 8-foot. Very, very nice, very close to the intended position. And this is a tricky spot. So if they play the hit and do not remove both stones, or do not remove the shot red, Team Best can potentially still get the steal. The stones are close enough. If they get this hit just to the left of center, they could peel off both and still pick up one. That looks to be the intention here. Has to throw quite a bit of weight to remove both red rocks. A blank wouldn't be the end of the world. They would retain the hammer going into the 5th. Let's see if Mark Palmeri can get the double. This stone is looking a little bit wide, but it's coming in. There's 1, 2, there's the split. And he gets it. The double red removal and sticking around to pick up one and turn that end around. Well done by Mark Palmeri to salvage that end and pick up one to take the lead. Oh, sorry. Very nice center guard to start end number 5. Team Best looking to respond with a corner guard. looking for the draw behind. Looks like it's going to make a little bit of contact with that front yellow instead. And they get the split on either side of the center line.
It's that or we just come here. They go like that. Only thing is, it's got to be, I think,
Deliberations on team best as to which side of the sheet they want to draw down. Looks like they're going to draw down the right. Plan B raise option over there, and also leaves those yellows open for a heavier hit later in the end. Very narrow out of the hand. Looks like it's curling all the way onto those yellows. Sweepers are going to stay off it, hoping that it will slow down. Oh, opting to bring it really tight instead.
it wasn't a super set, but I do think.
Well, I suppose it ranks a possible raise option for that center yellow. Sometimes you got to make the best of the stone that is thrown. Brian Parham looking to draw down the left side.
Yep. Switch.
The stone starting to slow down. Sweepers got to carry it into the house if they can. And nicely done. Going to come just to the tee line. Not entirely undercover, but still in strong position. Derek Corbett in the hack looking to take advantage of that red rock by running it back into that front yellow. There's the hit. Peeling those yellows way out of the way. Opens up the middle. And they even get a red in the backfield for their troubles. Very nice result. Opens up the shot yellow. Still retains some red guard. Those red guards, Team Palmeri is looking to take advantage of right here. Rather than protect the shot yellow, they'd rather get more stones in the house.
Jason!
They are well past the guards, but this stone needs to curl quite a bit if it's going to be undercover. Here it comes. Rolling gently to the button. Very, very nice.
My bad. That was a beautiful draw.
Not quite covering the pin, but close. Tucked behind the center red.
No, this one. This handle. This handle? Give me right on the rock.
Team best looking to potentially dislodge both of these rocks if you hit that left side Yellow heavy enough. It can jump over to hit the shot yellow. A lot of heat coming in. It has to move over just enough. There's the one hit, but does not roll enough to get the second. Because it didn't quite roll under cover. Now the red in second position is open for a hit.
Brian. T-line.
They get the hit and a little bit roll outside. Good result. Shot rock still under cover. Rock number 2 fully exposed. Team best looking to see if the double is there again. Positioning is a little bit better now. Gonna have a bit of a consult with the skip. Lots of geometry here if you want to get the angles right. Round objects colliding with each other. If you get the angles right, you can put them almost anywhere.
I'll turn. Yeah, firm.
Calling for the out-turn hit. The goal is the double on those central yellows. Trevor Gow to deliver. He's got the heat. There's, oh my goodness. Right through the uprights. No contact at all, unfortunately, for Team Best. A very lucky break. If you are Team Palmeri, now you have the chance to protect those rocks that you have in the house.
Jason's rock. Wait for me to roll back. Actually, Brian, both of you, bring it. Straight.
Both sweepers on this one. They want to make sure to cover this rock as much as they can. And it's going to come all the way into the 12-foot. That is the angle of attack that Team Best was using for the double. So instead, they're going to play off that recently thrown yellow in the middle. They can run this back to take out the shot yellow and hopefully peel it away as well. There's the hit, and there's the double. Redemption for Trevor Gow with his second rock. Now, yellow's still in shot position, and the shooter there rolling right in front of it. So even with the loss of those rocks, yellow's still in command. Four more stones to be thrown and end number 5. Team Palmeri just a single point in front of Team Best.
too, Derek.
On the
Looks like they are going for the guard. They're worried about this run back, red to yellow, which would put team best sitting 2, given that yellow in the back 12, excuse me, red in the back 12. So they're going to cover this raise option, this raise takeout option.
Don't come at the end. Whoa, whoa. Gotta come over. Gotta come over.
Sweepers staying close. The stone has to curl. Starting to move. A little bit more, a little bit more. It's going to end up right frozen on top of the red. That will prevent the run back. Not quite the positioning they were asking for, but it will prevent the run back. They're still looking at it potentially for a raise. Hit that yellow, which will immediately jam on the red. And if they get the weight just right, that red could shove into shot position.
Yes, line, yes. Hard! Hard, guys. Hard, hard. Very good. Good shot. Great speaking, guys. Good judge on the way.
What weight?
Another difficult attempt from Ryan Best. Let's see if they can get this raise. Stone has to come over a bit more. They've got the hit and the bump up, but angle isn't quite right. Raises both the red and the yellow together. Yellow will still be shot. Does remove the guard. They have the option for the raise takeout, and in this position, it would be even better. A raise takeout could potentially spell 3 points for team best. Mark Palmeri to deliver the final stone for yellow in end number 5. They've got to protect their shot rock. They've got to prevent that raise takeout. Sweeping hard to try and reduce the curl on this rock. It's going to come a little bit center. It has over curled quite a bit. It's not providing full coverage for this hit. And they are going for it. The intention here is to sail around that yellow guard, hit that red in 8-foot right on the nose, which will run back, take out the shot yellow, with both reds staying in place. That will put red at 3 points and put them into the lead for the first time this game. But they've got to get around this guard and get a clean hit. It's looking a bit wide. It's not going to come over. Makes contact with the red at a much too wide angle. And yellow going to get the steal. Increasing their lead back to 2 as we get into end number 6. Jason Kress leading us off. A little bit heavy, gonna be in the house. Palmeri decides if it's gonna be in, let's get it in a little bit deeper. Sweeps it into the forefoot. Team best looking for the hit and wants to roll to the outside.
Gotta move. Yes, rubber now.
We're going to get that contact. We're going to get that roll. But will it roll too much? It will stick around. Fantastic hit from lead Owen Best. Team Palmeri going for the outside takeout, way on the outside.
Save yourself, save yourself.
Looks like this stone quite a bit too narrow. And Team Best here with an opportunity to split the house.
It's gotta be in. Go down, gotta be in.
Sweepers gotta go. They want to get at least a piece of the house on this one. Almost, almost. Ooh, not quite enough. Ending up with the corner guard instead of a piece of the house. Looking to get the hit that he didn't get last stone. There it is. Gets the hit. Hard to tell from this angle. It does look like that yellow is biting the very, very edge of the 12-foot. Derek Corbett in the hack. Wants to draw this stone across the center and tuck it in behind the red guard.
Gotta move. Oh, yeah.
A little bit light. They might get the raise instead. Or just a bit of a split. They're going to get the split. Split and roll into the front of the 12-foot. Brian Parham looking to remove that center red and take control over the very front of the house. A little bit wide, but coming over. Those are going to end up peeling. Barely missing the yellow biter way off on the wing. And with that, Team Best has another opportunity to draw behind the guard.
Mine's fine. He's got a lot of room. A lot of room.
Sweepers are on this one. It's plenty narrow. Not going to get under cover. Comfortably in front of the tee line, but very narrow, not under any cover, which gives a hit and roll opportunity for Team Palmeri. Back in end number 4, we saw many hit and rolls from these two teams. We know they're both quite skilled at it. So will they get another one here? There's the hit. There's the roll. And a very nice result. Tucking in nicely behind the red while removing that other red from play. Next one coming in from Team Best. They want to draw right up to that shot yellow. They want to move it a bit to the side if they can, or freeze right on it. Close result, but there is enough room. There is enough room for Team Palmeri to remove that red that was just thrown and stick around. Could hear Mark Palmeri saying that removing the front guard is acceptable, but the target is the back one. Nope. Gonna clip off the guard and open up the house. Red is in shot position.
No. Maybe. Yes. We are thinking guard. Guards, if we're shot. I don't like that though.
Deliberations from Team Best. They're debating a hit and roll off their own red to split the house. They're debating the guard. And they've opted for the guard.
You like the same ice or no?
They're in shot position. The guard will let them hopefully maintain that. out to deliver his second rock of the end. Wants to rest directly in front of the shot red. It is starting to come over nicely. It's a little bit deeper than intended. It is covering a lot of that red, but those rocks are very close together. Mark Palmeri checking the angles. I'm sure he's looking for the double to see if the angles are there to allow it. But what he doesn't want is a jam on his yellow. He doesn't want to inadvertently knock his yellow in the 8-foot out of the house. There is space for them to simply play the peel, remove that front red and the shooter. Force Team Best to attempt to guard again. But it looks like they want this double. They want to hit this red just on the inside so that as it's rolling outside, it will hit the second red on the outside, and both will peel away, leaving the yellow untouched. Not an easy shot, but we have seen excellent curling from both of these skips today. So I know Mark Palmeri has it in him. Let's see if he can make it happen. Stone's coming in. It's going to hit on the inside. There's the inside, there's the outside, and a little bit of a tick on the yellow. Almost gets that beautiful double. A very, very excellent attempt at a very difficult shot. Red remains shot. Yellow now sitting positions 2, 3, and 4. Fortunately for Team Best, they do have hammer. Looks like they are opting to remove this yellow on the right side and stick around, putting them sitting 2. They're hoping to pick up at least 2 this end to tie the game. Here it comes. They're going to hit this one nice and clean with a little bit of a roll to the outside. That's good. They want those stones to be separated enough to make the double difficult while still both being shot. They got a little bit of a roll to the outside, which is good, but did they get enough? Immediately, Team Palmeri looking to set up the hit on the shot red. Now the hit is good, but if they just get it on the nose, Team Best is going to follow that with a nose hit of their own, pick up 2, and tie the game. Palmeri wants to hit this one far on the edge, on the outside, roll over and get the double, which would cut Team Best down to 1. Can they get it? Brian sweeping hard. They're going to get no piece of it at all. Oh my goodness. Through the uprights. No contact at all. A very unfortunate result for Team Palmeri. Team best sitting 2 with a lot of real estate to draw in for 3. This stone simply needs to outcount that yellow sitting full 12 up front. And they will pick up a 3rd point and take the lead. A little bit light out of his hands. Trevor and Derek sweeping very hard. They know they need to get this stone into the house. They know this is their chance to take the lead. They have to keep going. And they get it. Fantastic sweeping from Trevor and Derek on team best, making sure that stone gets to the house. 3 points for team best. And they have taken the lead for the first time in this matchup. A very, very tight game going on here. If you are just joining us, welcome to the Triangle Curling Club. This is our 2025 Club Spiel. We have curlers here from all across the region, showing off their skills, going head to head, and we will determine who is the best curler in Central North Carolina today. Well, over the course of the weekend, I should say. This is day number 3. All of the final matches will be tomorrow. My name is Zakai Siegel, and I am bringing you live coverage of a really fantastic match between Team's Best and Team Palmeri. We have 3 different live streams going. One of them covers all 4 matches going on at once. Well, Sheet C has completed their match early, so we have 3 left to go. There's also the stream you're watching right now, which covers Sheets A and B, and there is a 3rd stream covering Sheets C and D, so you can find your favorite curlers and watch to your heart's content. We are so glad that you are here with us on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday afternoon. Second rock from Owen Best, wanting to get behind his guard and stick around. It's got a bit of weight on it, but it will hang on behind the tee. But well covered behind that center guard. Being behind the tee line, Team Palmeri looking to capitalize on that. They can follow that same line and freeze on that red in shot position. Gets around the guard. Going to end up with a bit of a hit instead. And removes the red entirely. But rolls out of coverage.
I like more than space. I got the whole thing, Ryan. Oh, okay. You want to go forward? Touch more, maybe? Yeah, sure.
Derek Corbett sliding out of the hack. Wants to get the hit on this shot yellow. Looks a bit wide. Owen sweeping hard, wants to carry that stone over enough to make contact with the yellow. Will he get it? Gets a piece of it. Not quite enough to remove the yellow from play. Pushes it to the back 12. Shooter rolling out.
Like a kill?
Excellent effort from lead Owen Best, sweeping hard to make sure they got at least a piece of contact from that rock. Brian Parham looking for the draw.
All right, it's got plenty of room.
It's around the guards, but where will it land? Mark Palmeri sweeping it, wanting to just carry it under cover, but it's gonna be in the back 8 foot and exposed.
Pretty thick 3/4. Yeah, I like it.
Another chance at the hit for Derek Corbett. Wants to hit it just across the nose and roll under cover behind the red.
Easy. No, no, no.
Owen Best going hard again. Wants to get more of this hit. There's the hit. This time, rolling that yellow out and the red sticking around. Not wanting.
After I let go, I just get up and go back. You don't want to know. I mean, I watch it.
Once again looking for the draw. A rare sight to see both skips sweeping the stone together. One wanting to bring the stone center, one wanting to bring the stone as far to the back of the house as possible. Trevor Gow in the hack, wanting to draw around, wants to follow that yellow. Wants to sit in shot position behind the red guard, has that yellow as backing, if he's heavy. But ideally they want this to rest in front of the tee line. They're going hard, they want to bring that stone in as far as it can. It's not going to get under cover.
Hack to board. Solid hack. Just trying to hit this on the...
Unfortunately, that stone just a little bit wide. Tom Stanley wants to get rid of it. Now he's got to make sure he hits this straight or on the inside. And an outside hit could potentially jam it on the yellows. Starting to come over. And it gets the hit on the inside just enough. No jam on the back yellows. A very excellent result.
We have to get started.
Yellow now sitting 1-2-3 in the house. Red biting on the back 12. Team Best looking for the draw down the left side. There is a path right to the button.
Straight.
They just got to get around the guard. And now they got to carry it deep. It's looking good. It's looking good. They've got it past. Ooh, they've got it past that front yellow, but it is not out counting the back yellow.
Solid board.
A nice draw, just a little bit too light.
Try and roll right here.
Additionally, it is about only half covered by that front red. Tom Stanley looking for another hit.
Hard, Jason!
They got to sweep hard to keep this off the guard. He sneaks by and gets the hit. And again, no jam. Removing that red. Another excellent hit from Vice Tom Stanley. Removing that red rock, retaining the shooter. Yellow now sitting 4. With 4 rocks left to be delivered, Team Palmeri with the hammer and sitting with a strong advantage in the house. Just as a reminder, the score has not been posted for end number 6, but Team Best did pick up 3, giving them a 1-point advantage as we approach the end of end number 7. Looking for a draw into a protected position. Pushing hard to get that stone under cover, and it is going to be shot, but it is not going to be covered. Now there are yellows behind it. Again, for a potential jam, Palmeri has been doing a great job of avoiding jams on these hits. But the more stones they pile up in the house, the bigger the risk that that red rock will not leave the house and instead jam on a yellow and remove the yellow instead. Still, they are going for the hit. They want to run this rock pretty straight back. To ensure that it doesn't hit either of those yellows behind it. Here we go. First rock from skip Mark Palmeri. Stone is starting to move. Is it going to hit it clean? And there's the jam. Yellow to red to yellow. The red sticks around and retains shot position. Shooter rolling to the side. Opportunity here for Team Best to draw yet again. This is their final stone of the end. They are sitting 1. They're looking to draw and get completely covered behind the guards. Being lighter is better in this situation if they stop shy.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Going a little bit wide, going to get a bit of a ricochet there. Not the intended result, but doesn't really change the board a whole lot. Red is shot, and it looks like that stone is a little bit exposed off on the right side. Mark Palmeri getting ready, wants to hit that shot red on the outside, and if does, can potentially pick up 5. From the angle I see, it looks like, yes, it looks like yellow is sitting stones 2, 3, 4, and 5, plus the shooter. If they can get around these guards, sweeping hard, they cannot make contact with anything other than that red. It is curling in and gets by just enough. Just enough to pick up a big, big end. A big, big swing from Team Palmeri, picking up 5 points, bringing them up to 10. Here we go. The final end of a very exciting match. Team Palmeri with a very gigantic bump, giving them a 4-point lead going into the last end. Their goal is just to keep an empty house. They do not care if Team Best scores as long as they do not score 4 or more. Sending their first one through, they do not want guards. They do not want any place for Team Best to hide a stone. But Team Best sure does. So they are going to use these free guards to set themselves up. They have the hammer advantage, but they need to pick up at least 4 points to tie this game, 5 to win, a very tall task. That also means if Team Palmeri can remove 5 of those red rocks from the game, then that will be it. That will be the game right there. So Team Palmeri throwing away their guards. They do not care about stones of their own in the house. Team Best has their corner guard. And now an opportunity to get their first. Oh, excuse me. Looking for a second guard here. Yep, looking for a second corner guard. They want to establish as much room in the house for them to put protected stones as possible. Ryan Parham, second for Team Palmeri, delivering this rock, wants it to come center in the 8-foot. Just wants to take position in the house to make it more difficult for Team Best to set up scoring rocks. Sneaks by the guard and does end up center. About 1/3 into the 8-foot. Derek Corbett getting set up. Wants to draw behind the guard on the left side.
It's on the corner already.
Ooh. Hard turn out of his hand. Can they turn this into a raise opportunity? But that stone is curling hard. Just going to sail all the way to the other side. Maybe giving it a bit of a shove out of his hand there. Hard to tell. Still does end up giving them more guards, which Team Palmeri does not appreciate. With the free guard zone has expired for the end, their strategy is now to remove the guards and start to remove red rocks from play. There's the hit, actually going to clip off their own stone and shove that yellow off to the wing and removing one red. Now, as a reminder, Team Best needs 4 to tie, 5 to win, which means if Team Palmeri can remove 5 red rocks from play, it will not be possible for Best to make this comeback. They've got to start getting stones in the house. This one is coming in. It's going to stick around in the back. Just barely. I was wrong. It's not going to stick around. A little bit heavy there. Rolling to the back. Rolling to the back line. Again, the idea is just to pile up these rocks behind the guards, but quickly running out of stones to make it happen.
I can be your relay if you want me to.
Trying to peel away guards and instead getting the back one. And potentially biting. All right. That was final rock. From Brian Parham for the game. Red trying to get this one in. They want to get it in the house. They want to get it under cover. They're sweeping. They got to get a piece of the house. And they manage to get a piece of it. Not under cover. They needed a little bit more weight to get into a protected position. Tom Stanley looking for the hit. Wants to remove that red. Just barely not making contact. Good news for Team Best. Still only one stone in the house, and it is not shot, with that outside yellow. All right, once again, wanting to tuck more stones in on the right side of the house. They do have that yellow as backing, which would be convenient if Trevor is a little heavy on this shot. But what is critical here is that all of these remaining red rocks have to be in the house. This one's looking a little bit light. It's going to make contact. And it's, oh, goodness. Pushing that red rock just outside. And there it is. They're going to call it. Handshakes all around. A very, very exciting matchup between these teams. Team's best, Team Palmeri. Congratulations to Team Palmeri picking up a win with an explosive 5-point end in end number 7. It was really tight, shot for shot, and then they blew it out of the water right there at the end. Also fantastic to see some of our younger curlers taking the lead, taking skip position. Well done to Ryan Best for calling an excellent game, throwing some excellent stones, a lot of grit from both him and Owen. And with that, our games are at an end for this 1 o'clock draw. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Triangle Curling Club. There is still a lot more curling to come. We have 2 more draws tonight. I believe at 4:30 and 7. Hold on, I will double check the timing. All right. Well, as the stones are cleared and handshakes all around, we are going to take a bit of a break here and scrape the ice, set up for a couple more draws tonight. Be sure to come back tonight and tomorrow for the finals of all blocks. The A, B, C, and D finals will be tomorrow afternoon. You don't want to miss those. Thanks so much for being here, joining us here at the Triangle Curling Club Clubspiel 2025. It's been wonderful having you. It's so great seeing all of these fantastic teams bring their all. My name is Akai Siegel. Thanks so much for joining us, and we hope to see you again very soon.